I think it's about time for us to install some shocks today. Now before I install the Walker Evans shocks, one thing that I want to check, and something you guys have asked for, is to check to see if there's any additional height gained just from swapping out the shocks. So before I throw the shocks in, I'm going to measure from the ground up here on the flare. I'll measure kind of right here where this is molded. I'll go right here to this spot. In fact, I'll even see, mud does come in handy. It gives you a nice place to make a mark so you know where to measure to from. And we'll see if we gain any height. So at the stock shock, we're at 39 1/4 inches from the concrete to my mark in the mud right there. We're going to try to do this shock without taking the tire off, because the less things we have to do, the quicker we can swap these shocks out. So we're going to see how this goes with leaving the tire on. There's lots of room here. I think we'll be alright. The shock bolts are 14 millimeter. And it helps if you have your ratchet setting on the right way. I'm going to leave this bolt in here now to hold that till I get this top loose. Enough. Okay, as you can see here is the mount for this stock shock, and here is the mount for the Walker Evans. Now you can see here that the Walker Evans are thinner. So what Walker Evans does is they send you these bushings. Now when you order these, you'll have two different size bushings here. You see there's one that's shaped like this and one like this. These guys right here are for the front, and these guys here, which will give you a little bit more thickness, are for the back. So we're just installing the fronts right now. These guys here are the only ones we need, and they just simply push right in like that, one on each side, and you're good to go. Alright, so to match the uncompressed factory shock length, actually had to adjust the preload the whole way up as far as it'll go, which is good news for us Pioneer 500 owners. That means we have all this room to adjust and that actually raise the height of our Pioneers a little more and give us that extra ground clearance every single one of us wish we had. Try the top first. Alright, now that we've got the top in and bolted loosely in place, I'm just going to take a Phillips screwdriver and stick through the back side of this bushing and then gently pry to line up the front of the hole. My bolt started through. There she is. Not too bad, and easy to do around the tire. Alright, the stiffness adjusting knob is right here, easy to get at. So let's say we go get the other side thrown on. Hope you don't find this a little too close and personal. If you do, sorry. Double ratchet action! Brought to you by Appalachian Mountain Riders. That was going to be a little tricky. Yes, sticking your tongue out sometimes does help. Ooh, come on, come on. I can get that frame. Alright, so now that the Walker Evans are all installed, I'm going to check our height here again and see what we've gained or lost. Alright, right now we're at 39 inches. So with the preloads adjusted as high as they can here, we've actually lost a 1/4 inch, which we can easily make back up by adjusting the preloads down a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead, before I start testing these, adjust this back down to give me the exact same height as the stock shocks. So it's as close to an apple-to-apple comparison as we can get here. So as far as installing these guys goes, it's probably 10 minutes per side. And all I used was a couple wrenches with a 14mm socket, 14mm wrench, a screwdriver, a pry bar, and a hammer just to help get the bolt holes lined up and get the bolts through. Very, very easy job to do that anyone with a set of wrenches can do in their own yard. Alright, so I know you guys are anxious to hear how these guys perform. So I'm going to adjust the height to get me back to where the stock ones were. And I'm going to start running these guys through the paces. So if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so before you leave. Make sure you click that like button. And let me know in the comments below how you think these guys are going to perform. So until the next video, keep on riding.